And top the group, comfortably qualified, just 2 drop points away at Ukraine, a 1-1 draw. No biggie. Qualification is always simple, generally always simple and straightforward. The problem England have is when we get to the tournament. That is really where England managers get paid the big bucks. Going into a tournament, obviously you want to be encouraged by a brand of football. We didn't see that last night, but I don't think there's too much to worry about. The knee-jerk reaction that I've heard from some England fans is utterly ridiculous. I think Southgate right now is the best man. We're going to the tournament. If we get Bellingham and we keep Kane fit, I genuinely feel we can win this tournament. And I've not been this bullish about a tournament before. 03717 2233 44. Let's go and speak to Indy, who's a gooner. All right, Indy.
Hello, mate. You all right?
Yeah, good. Christmas decorations, Indy. Talk to me.
The kids wanted the tree and everything up last week.
Did they? How old are your kids?
Yeah, 5 and 2.
Okay, right. Well,
but we put it up for a couple of days, but it did go up the other day.
Told you, Jace. I told you.
It's a phenomenon.
That's 2-0 to me.
I've never heard this before. This is.
Well, you're going to get out of the loft. You might as well have it down for a while.
I agree.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
2-0 me, Jace.
Look, each their own. I mean, I'm not. The decorations aren't coming out. They're nowhere near it until December. Nowhere near it.
Get them out.
Get them out. Get them out. Go on, Indy. What do you want to say?
England, Southgate, What is going. Right, I just heard what you just said about everyone's jumping their gun about Southgate.
Yep.
But what would your thought be? Let's say we get to a semi-final or a quarter-final, we go 1-0 up and then basically start parking the bus and invite teams back in to basically go for us, which has happened the last couple of tournaments. And
that's my fear. I do have. Look, I share your concerns. I totally get it, and I've been very, very completely consistent about this. The Croatia game when we went 1-0 up, could have gone 2-0 up, should have gone on to win it, right? Sat in his head. Italy, the same. I share your concerns.
That was the one, the Italy one.
But I'm hoping, both the areas, that he has learnt from that.
You've got to change the tactics at some point. As in, the Italy one was obvious. You knew it was coming.
The goal was coming. You're right. It was.
And it's just like, you can play that way, and maybe a couple of times out of 10 times you get away with it. But it's a final. You then push them back, get them on the back foot. But you end up playing in your own final third before God knows the last part of the game, and before you know it, that's my frustration with him. And then the other thing is, I don't feel like he's picking players on form.
Like who?
Well, Ben White for a start, as in he should have been in for a while ago. Maguire, as in all right, he's playing for United right now. Not lighting the world on fire. It's just it's the experience. I keep hearing it's the experience. The experience of what?
Who's White going to come in for?
Hey,
who does White come in for?
Maguire.
When was the last time White played centre half?
He can play centre half.
I know that, but when was the last time he played centre half? It's a while, right?
We're going back a little bit, but we're talking about Harry Maguire. He just about got back into the United team, and look at the state of that team right now.
Yeah, I think there might be an issue. My concern a little bit with Gareth about his selection. I wonder whether he takes things on a personal level.
With Ben White?
Well, from what we know, he fell out.
He went home, didn't he?
He went home. And also the Sterling situation. I wonder whether there's a bit of baggage there as well.
Well, when he went home, as in we're on about the World Cup there, as in when Iran scored, as in if you look at the build-up to that, as in who dropped the ball there? As in if I'm Ben White and I'm sitting on the side watching calamity after calamity and we're conceding goals, we're winning, we're getting through. I think what as in the guy got to lose a leg and you still end up playing ahead of me? What's going to happen? As in it's just a bit baffling. There's a couple of positions there. Jordan Pickford, the other one. As in, fair enough, he mostly gets plenty of shot practice at Everton, but is he really England's number one? I feel like maybe Southgate built relationships with these guys. And
who's England's number one instead of Pickford, Indy, would you say?
I say it's going to be mostly Nick Pope.
No, Pope's not good enough.
Not with his feet. That's the issue with Nick Pope. He's not good
enough
with his feet.
Stop at Pope. As a goalkeeper, you go 15 years ago, Pope probably really pushed it. In the modern game, he doesn't. He's shown that too many times at Newcastle. He's come out, the ball at his feet, and Gareth wants to play that way. Pope's a non-starter for me. That conversation can't even start.
I feel like the position, it doesn't necessarily have to be him, even Ramsdale. Let's get it to a situation where the goalkeepers know the position's up for grabs, rather than basically, is Pickford.
So basically, all you're doing here, Indy, is throwing Arsenal players. That's all you're throwing in, isn't it? Indy, you've been outed.
Sorry?
You've been outed. He's basically want Ben White, who's a gooner, and you want Ramsdale as a gooner.
Well, when we've had too many Spurs players in the team that far with, right?
Yeah, okay. Listen, great call, Indy. And,
All right.
all right, man. You take care. Safe journey home. Yeah, look, the goalkeeping situation is nailed on.
Yeah, it's Pickford.
That's not one I think that needs to be debated.
Do you think Maguire's concerned? I think Gahey was brilliant yesterday. Well, I say brilliant, but he was one of our best players. I think we've seen what Lewis Dunk has done when he's come in. You know, John Stones can play that role. I think John Stones is a guaranteed starter when fit. Do you think Maguire's getting a little bit concerned?
No,
or do you think...
No.
How long before he's taken out the team for those two? Never. You think he's guaranteed... If he's fit, no matter what happens at United, guaranteed starter?
Do you know what? I would place... I'm not going to put money. A huge amount of confidence. I can name you England's back five right now for the first game everyone fit.
Go on.
Pickford.
Yep.
Walker.
Yep.
Stones. Maguire. Trippier.
I wouldn't have gone anything else. I think you're right.
There might be a chance because a little bit of balance. The left back.
Yeah.
There might be, but with the injury problems that both Shaw and Chilwell have had, I think Trippier is nailed on. And Trippier's proven to be a...
Trippier, he has to play for me, Trippier.
Well, it's not like you... The only thing is there's that little bit of balance, where they come in on the inside. He's done it a few times. There was you probably remember, he cut the ball out. It's a brilliant piece of high defending. He cuts out. Then you're looking for a little bit of quality with the cross with the left foot.
Yep.
It let him down. So that's the only... And
so that defence you've just mentioned there,
yeah,
can that win the Euros? Is that good enough to take England to win the Euros?
Well, then the midfield, you put Rice in front. Right, Rice starts.
Yep.
You're going to be Bellingham in there, probably 10. I don't know, maybe an 8. Depending.
I like him as an 8.
Wow, but look what he's doing at Real Madrid. He's a 10.
I know.
Then you have a nice problem. Foden, Saka starts.
Yep.
Saka's nailed on, right? Kane's nailed on.
Yep.
Rice and Bellingham. So for me, there's only two other. I think that's all right. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah. So there's only 2 more places that are up for grabs.
Yeah. Could Cole Palmer be one of those?
Mate, no, I don't think he will. I think he's in the conversation, but I don't think he will start. No.
So left, you're talking Rashford, Grealish.
Well, Sterling. They're the only 3, right?
Sterling.
They're the only 3 you can think of that naturally on that left-hand side that can cut him on the right. Yes?
Yep.
And then Foden.
I don't think that defence can win the Euros. I'm throwing it out there. I don't think the defence that we've both said could play can stop some of those big teams.
But that defence has proven that they can get to make huge strides in World Cup in the Euros. I mean, we're a penalty kick away. I mean, mostly though, I can't remember who played them. Chilwell, who scored? Shaw scored. He scored in the final. Yeah.
Madison. Someone's just texted in Madison.
Yeah, Madison's in the conversation.
Missing out Madison.
Madison's he's in the conversation. I don't mount. There's a number of players that aren't there.
So the forward line, the forward options, it's a nice headache to have for Gareth.
I think
the defensive line.
I think our forward line's the best in the world.
Yeah, I think the defensive line isn't a nice headache to have.
We're not great defensively. No. That's been the problem.
But we could be great.
How?
By playing different players.
Go on. Who makes that better?
I think Lewis Dunk and Gahey as the 2 centre-halves. Make that better. Or Stones and Gahey. Gahey with a bit of balance on the left-hand side. I thought he'd done well yesterday. I think he's on top form at Crystal Palace. So Stones and Gahey, or Stones and Dunk. I'm not. Look, Maguire. That narrative that he never lets England down. That's true. But you can't. He can't. I know he's in the Man United squad, but I think as soon as Martinez, Varane becomes fit, I think he's out. I do. Look, and when he does, he's still going to be an England side.
We will see. Well, look.
And I'm not slating Maguire. I'm not one of these people to slate Maguire because I do like him. I think his mental toughness. We're not unusual. I think his mental toughness to come back and play after everything he goes through in terms of the criticisms.
Absolutely.
But I just think the defensive line could be better. I don't think the defensive line that we both have predicted will start the Euros is good enough to win it.